Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Total War Attila with the Saxons. In the last session, sweet and sour. Sweet, we finally managed to take Tulliferdum, thus unifying the province of Frisia under Saxon control, reclaiming our former capital, our forefathers' homelands. A joyous occasion, and for his efforts in being so wily and astute and taking action into his own hands for the benefit of the Saxon people, Senrad is going to be given a post as a judge. Welcomed to the office. That's the first thing to do. So congratulations, Senrad, in your old age. You are prospering more than you have ever prospered before. To think he started out life as a craven and a coward, running through the lands of gold, tail between legs, leading his soldiers through marshy bogs, getting them killed. He's done well, hasn't he? So things are not too shabby over here. The Langobards are still at war with us. They have a full stack, a decent full stack in terms of quality, but we're holed up in Tulliferdum with a garrison, with ballista towers, with Senrad's army. They're not going to take it. More concerning is the fact that we have two armies here of the Franks that are marching on Angelus. Now this army is pretty pitiful. It's only got Germanic spears, Bagude, mercenary Nordic brigade. All of these are very poor, and Angelus has a rather large garrison, in fact, with decent units, not to mention our towers. I don't think they're going to take it, but just to try and assist, we do have a spy down here. I was harassing this army here with a spy, but we don't need to do that. We would be better served lowering the morale of these armies, just in case they do decide to attack. They're going to have even more negative penalties. Also, there's this guy here, a very, very high-ranked hero character who's causing all kinds of trouble at Tulliferdum, stopping the construction of our buildings, damaging them. He's causing us grief. He needs to die as well.
What would you have of me?
So the first thing we're going to do is try and take him out of the game with our spy. With a little bit assassination, 55% positive outcome. Manipulation, 55%. If in doubt, assassinate.
Shadows will take them.
Failure. And now we're open to a counter-attack. But if he's attacking my spy, at least he's not attacking my city. So a bit of a diversionary tactic as well. We just have to wait and stand fast and see what they do with Angelus. In the meantime, the sour part of last session was this catastrophe. Whatever land this was called, I can't remember now, it's now desolate. The Franks couldn't take it with one army. I was confident. They can't take it with this army. They can't take it with that army. We've got a garrison, we're fine. Didn't foresee that they would come together in a pincer-like manoeuvre and take it with two armies. The battle was fought honourably. It was fought tooth and nail, and at one point I thought we had it, but we didn't. We were ousted by the last remnants of their archers, their crossbowmen, and we lost the fight, and they put the damn place to the torch. The High King is furious and has vowed to ensure that the rest of the Franks that are left living at this moment in time, once we have captured them, we have beaten them in battle, we are going to execute them in the most slow and painful manner known to man.
Ready for battle.
Starting now.
Get moving.
Now we could rehabit this. Rehabit, is that a word? Re-inhabit? But we don't want to do that until these two armies are gone. Till they're no longer meandering around our area. We can't have any repeats of what's just happened here. So the High King is now in hightail mode, chasing down these two imbeciles. Now we could do with hindering them, if we can, with our spy to ensure that they can't move so the king can get within range. We'll try and hinder this army, misdirect them, reduce their campaign movement range.
I'll just put that there.
Failure. Ah, my agents are utterly useless. The High King's not in a good mood. If we could bloody execute or get rid of our own units, he'd have their heads on topping blocks for their utter incompetence. Right. These two armies here, meanwhile, are sailing swiftly towards the last land of the Franks, Alabou. We give it to them when we took it last time. This time we will not be so bloody generous. We're taking it by storm, and we are keeping it. How dare they? How bloody dare they? The blooming dogs that they are. Turning their blades towards their overseers, their overlords. How dare they?
Nothing else? Moving out. We still have a wind.
We're almost there. The Langobards don't want a peace, but I'm sure once we have beaten the Franks to a bloody mess, and the word gets to the Langobards what's happened to the Frank prisoners, strung up by their knackers, on crosses, crucified, and left to cook and bake in the height of the summer sun. And if it's not summer, we'll keep them in a complete black and damp cell, with meagre offerings for food to keep him barely alive till summer comes around, and then we'll stick him on them crucifixes. Yeah, I'm picturing it now. I'm horrified at what's happened here. You know, a simple lopping of the head is not enough. It's too quick a death. Look at that. Look at that! Hightail and run, you cowards! Ah! What do you want, love? The priest of there is now getting involved. Before this session's through, I bet you we have another enemy on our borders. I bet the Alamans, the Thuringians, the Rugians, one of those tribes is gonna join this war. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming in my waters, I'm telling you now. I reckon. Right, he's failed. The hero has failed. She has succeeded, though. She's causing dissension amongst my people. And somebody is trying to obstruct Senrud from taking his post. Why would they do that? The man has been a hero to our people, says the High King, unawares of that many moons ago he plotted to kill him. Who's raiding? Oh, we're raiding in Angelus. Angelus is... the whole province is not looking too stable here. But Senrud's overseeing. He is in charge. He's fine. Fine and dandy. Right, it's almost winter. What is the best way for us to take Alabou? That's a fleet. That's an enemy unit. Just the garrison to go. I think the best thing for us to do is just to sail around, blockade the port with the fleet, or destroy this with the fleet, let the armies off, and take it by complete and utter storm. That is what's best here. We could have maybe taken one of the armies off here and had them demolish these guys. But they ain't going to do it. They're going to be left between a rock and a very, very hard place. And when that net closes in, boy oh boy, I won't want to be in your shoes. I tell you that much. Okay, so everything is fine here, apart from the fact that we've had our populace turned against us due to some priestly action.
How can I assist you?
Try again.
I shall see that
Failure.
sisters.
Failure, failure, failure. Utter failure. That's all we've been faced with here. Utter failure all the time. We're just one big failure. The High King
Thirsty for battle.
is not in range. What's to stop these guys? Well, to be fair, I mean, look what's left of them. They can't recruit. They can't replenish. All they can do is recruit, or they can hire mercenaries. Even that's going to be touch and go because they've only got one land and their coin must be pretty low. They're not going to be able to do a great deal against any of our lands. Other than raid, they could raid, which would be a pain, but I'm a bit loath to chase them down because they're just going to keep running. And it's going to be a really arduous game of cat and mouse that we could really do without. So I think the time is now to recapture this. Colonise. It's going to take some men, it's going to take some money. Needs to be done. They will replenish over time. We can focus on building what was lost. Look at the state of this place. It's a complete and utter mess. We're going to have to now pump in tons of cash to get this back up to what it was.
Thirsty for battle.
Right, here we go. Morale versus Romans. How about morale versus barbarians? Eh? Yeah. Get them some bonuses against those nomadic. Ooh. Well, I call them something really rude. I will refrain. I will refrain from telling you my true feelings. Okay. Everything okay? Everything fine and dandy? We have a priest. She is preaching here. We are now up to plus 14 public order. So it's just time and effort that's required now. Time and effort. Meanwhile, we will try and slow them down.
Sabotage. I like that.
Critical success! So the next turn, I wonder if the High King might be able to make it.
Ready for battle.
We'll wait and see. But for now, he is contenting himself with rebuilding. He feels partly responsible for this. He was overseeing this province. This was his province to oversee, and under his guidance, under his watch, it has fallen. A blemish on his resume. He's had a lot of success in this war, but this is one thing that he hopefully won't be remembered for.
I am the knife in the dark.
Alright, where's our... okay. Langobards! Let's take a wee peek here. You still want this war to happen?
Gain in wasting the day on you. What you say?
Alright. Maybe I haven't beaten them down enough. Maybe we should beat them down further. Maybe.
Assist you.
Alright, so there's really not much else we can do here. We're in a very quite a state. We were before this happened in quite a stable situation. You know, we've got a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, 5 complete provinces under our name. We were turning at a very healthy profit. We were just about to campaign down here and capture Tarraconensis. Things were looking pretty rosy. This is nothing more than a diversion, though. We shall deal with this. We shall deal with this in the harshest manner possible. Look, they're sailing away. They already know their end is nigh. They're running quicker than you can... quicker than you can blink your bloody eyes. She's failed. You failed. You've all failed. You're all just as useless as my agents. Right, she's ranked up again. She is priestess of the old ways. Let me just start. What level is she? Level 8. Can't keep up with her, man. Regional raiding. Lugdunisis. Oh god. That's all we need. Minus 12. That's going to be up in revolt next turn now. Oh my god, I'm... Food shortage in Frisia. What? What?
Ready for battle.
Why is there a food shortage here? What's happening? What's happening, man? There's no food shortage. Is this Frisia? This is Frisia. There's no food shortage here. Oh, resolved. Okay. Gonna say. Might not be resolved when we start building what we're going to build down here. A tavern. That takes quite a bit of food. We can upgrade that though. That's fine. All right.
What would you have of me?
The war of attrition continues. Right, they're going to suffer attrition now, speaking of attrition. They are recruiting more units here, which we can really do without. So, you are the fleet. You are the fleet. You will attack. Is he in recruitment range? He's in reinforcement range. Okay, let me just get this sorted here. Can we get onto dry land? Can we get onto dry land? We have to go around. There's no way to get onto this. The only way we're going to do it is if we attack directly, which we're going to suffer. I'm afraid to say we're going to suffer seasickness. But you know what? To be quite frank with you, I couldn't care less. Let's just take it down. We've got 3 armies. Some are suffering seasickness. We've got the fleet into the mix as well against an army here, garrison fleet, and also that howling gaily piece of crap that they've got going on. This is going to be quite easy, and I would suffer far more horrendous losses if I was to fight this myself. So it's going to be an auto-resolve, aggressive Saxon style. Good night, Irene. Good night, all of them. Get out of my hair! Subjugate? Do you think I'm going to subjugate these people again? You're bloody mad. Occupy this place. Deceased. 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 Okay. Right, we need to regroup. We need to regroup here. Bear with me, folks. They are now a horde, which is kind of bad because they can now replenish and recruit wherever they are. So, yeah, we need to get rid of this. We need this to go away. They are raiding my lands, annoying my people. What do we do? What do we do? We chase them down is what we do.
Ready for battle.
Have to wait a couple of turns, but we chase him down! Alright. Alibu is going to have to... So we've got fishing jetties, we've got a level 3 goat pens. I don't think we need level 3 goat pens, to be quite frank with you, so we shall dismantle that to level 2. We shall repair that. We shall repair that, and that is a chieftain's hold, which is pretty decent, so we shall repair that, and that should be quite a self-sufficient little place, hopefully with not too many public order penalties. And all we will need there is quite a small holding force. Now we can recruit another army here. We do have the capabilities to recruit another army, so once we get past the replenishment and stuff, we're going to recruit just a small holding force, very similar to the holding force here, just a half, not even this many though, just maybe 10 units led by some random stranger, and he will be left in charge. Why is the frame rate dropped? There we go. He will be left in charge of Alibu whilst these guys focus their efforts elsewhere. Right. Ealdwine is ranking up.
Yes. Your orders?
This is Admiral Edmund. He's going back to Fleavem. His job is done. These two, I don't know what I want to do with these two. To be quite frank with you, what I want to do with these two, I think, is I want to take them back with him. Because
Ready for orders.
now that we have dealt with the Franks almost, we could be quite content with our original plan to go back down here. But before we do that, we really need to get rid of him. So I think what we'll do is we shall perhaps take him back to Fleavem also. We'll keep him here for now, let this replenish and let the winter pass, and then we shall chase him down with this army. And then once we have them defeated, he can then move down and carry on with the original plan. Okay, so that's that sorted. Meanwhile, over here, this is getting on my bloody nerves. We've already suffered loss to men due to the fact that we had to you know, settle down here. If we were to attack them now, we'd also suffer attritional losses due to the winter. They're suffering. I mean, we still should be okay.
Ready for battle. To battle.
Have to fortify. Okay. The heat is on. Success! Lovely. The High King's coming for you guys. You should be very, very afraid. Okay, so Langobards. Your good old buddies of Franks have lost their last land. They're down to their last 3 armies. They are running for their lives. You're left isolated against a mighty power. Do you want a peace treaty now?
Speak quickly and well.
No.
Speak ill.
No, they don't. They're not interested. They are more foolish than I thought. Absolute fools. Ah, they're running. They're running. Keep on running. Do 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 do. Keep on hiding. 'Cause if you don't, we're gonna kill you all. Do 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 do. Failure. Failure. All our office terms have ended. Couple of construction messages and agent exposed. Expose! Right. You haven't moved though, have you? 'Cause my good old spy managed to reduce your movement.
Ready for orders.
Ah!
Leave none alive.
This game of cat and mouse is getting ridiculous. Look, they are recruiting men. Because they're now a horde, they can recruit men. We need to catch them.
What would you have of me? Sabotage. I like that word.
Maybe, I don't know how it works, but maybe we should use the spy before we attack them rather than afterwards. That could be, that could help.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, they're definitely getting stronger. Whoa, 15 out of 20. What the hell's going on here? Where'd you get all this crap from?
Thirsty for battle.
You know, we thought we had this in the bag, but we just got to be careful here. This is not quite so straightforward as we maybe just first thought. I'm going to bring him back.
Ready.
Don't go anywhere yet, buddy. We might need you yet. We might need your assistance. Come back.
Moving out.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so before we start making any further plans to expand into Hispania, we should really put this to an end.
Assist you. I will.
Oh my god, 3 failures. It's supposed to be 55%. I mean, come on. We would expect to at least to get success 1 time out of 3. Give me strength. Alright, which side are we going down? We're going down the tavern side. Where's tavern? I think tavern's here, isn't it? No. Tavern's here. No, tavern's at the end. We need a meeting hall. That needs level 2. Got that level 2 as well. Okay, 6,700 per turn income. That's pretty healthy. I'm quite happy with that. As soon as they're all built, the tavern here, level 2 there, level 2 here, I'm quite happy to leave Frisia in its current state. It's quite profitable. 3,400 per turn. That's without these buildings. So it's quite a healthy income.
Thirsty for battle.
But my main concern is the last few Frankish armies that seem to be growing. And they ain't going to leave us alone. Not until we've wiped them off the face of the... Oh, here we go. Where are you going? I'm trying to think, do they get extra movement points as a horde? Because I think they do. Which is going to make it even more impossible for us to catch them. There we go. Success. So now we're going to allow... Oh, he's positioned himself to take office with that... No, you don't! Nobody goes into office until I say it's time. The Franks and the Danes have negotiated a peace. Food shortage in Frisia, lots of traits gained. Not overly concerned with any of that nonsense. Right, this is going to be the final turn of the session, so let's get ourselves ready. All is bright and rosy in Britannia, no need to fear, no need to worry. He's sitting in Fleven waiting for further instruction. Priesty. Priesty. She will be ranking up. Rotamagus is turning a positive public order, that's good. The Burning Men. I wouldn't expect them to be able to take Rotamagus on their own, or any of our lands on their own. Perhaps with the exception of this one, because there'll be a very minimal garrison here. What a kick in the teeth it would be if they were just going to go back to here and take this again and do the exact same thing.
Warriors all! I don't care how tired you are!
I think it's too risky, isn't it? They could just go with this army into here and do exactly the same thing again. So I think, as much as I would love to chase these guys down, whilst they're this weak, they're not a threat to taking any of my lands. They raid, yes, but I just got to take the king back here. It's vulnerable. It's a vulnerable settlement. It pains me. It pains me. They're alive. They don't have any lands, but they're alive, and the king doesn't want them alive. He wants them gone. And it's not happening quick enough. Until they have been dispatched, we cannot rest easy. Now, for God's sake, stop! And this is another problem. Die, will you? Die!
My time is better spent feasting and hunting than...
Do not believe
I
this!
have little gain in wasting the day on you.
Just leave me be. You can't do anything meaningful against me. Go and find another thing to play with. This is costing me money. But more importantly, it's costing me time and effort. Right, we're off. We're off on our merry way. We're off on our merry way. We're off on our merry way to kick your backside.
Returning to shore. Is there
There we go.
nothing else?
He should be in range
Warriors all!
and ready to attack. They're going to run off though.
Kill! Move out!
Think that's going to stop me?
For the tribe!
No way,
Ready
mate.
for further orders.
No way. At least hopefully we might be able to do something about this. If we can catch him. Meanwhile, Alabu needs a new commander. A new army. We've got Rickabert. Aidgifu. Who's he? He is just a nobleman. He's aged 61. Well, he's going to be no use, is he? Oh, he's aged 38. Apologies. Right, Aidgifu. You'll do for me, mate. You'll do for me. Wolf, infantry commander, a hunter, a lord. Yeah, and he's free as well. So raise an army.
For battle.
Put it in Alabu to oversee the province and recruit some units to hold station.
Fight with us.
5 units of the elite Hearth Guards, 2 units of the Nordic Javelinmen,
ready to do your duty to the tribe?
Yeah, that'll be it. 10 units to hold station in Alabu and keep watch and make sure the populace is kept in check. How is the building work looking? It's looking marvellous. It's looking in fact, the building work is complete, isn't it? Building work is complete. So that's it. A massive immigration problem. Only a minor bit of instability. Okay. And there we have it. Whew. What a session. So we have taken Alabu, the last of the Franks' lands. All that is left for us to do is chase down excuse me, the last few armies that they have. This one here being chased by Cieda and the sons of Saxony, together with Aeldwine and the Baying Wolves. They're chasing him down like their lives depended on it. And also here, 2 armies here, just skulking around. Skulking, lingering like a bad smell. What can we do about it? I don't know. I'm struggling to catch them. So if you've got any advice as to how best to deal with these people, I'll keep it nice, then please let me know. If you've got any tips as to how I can get them trapped or how I can catch them. Am I doing something wrong? Should I be using my spy perhaps to hinder their movements now and then attacking with the High King?
Ready for orders.
That could be a possibility. I'll try that next time. So the final piece of business to finish the session off. Promotions. Promotions. So Judge Senrad is in office, as is Aid Gifu. Engelthrio is the governor of Britannia Inferior, and he can be promoted to Warlord. Yes, come in. We have a warlord in our ranks. A seasoned veteran, the overseer of... He's not done the right lot, but you know, just being at home when your brothers are on the battlefield fighting. You might want a bit of the action, but you have to just make do with being sat running a province, ensuring that it brings in a nice healthy income to fund our war effort. It all adds up. It all helps out. So yes, warlord for you. Seda, you are fighting on the battlefield. You have helped once again to capture Alabu. You will be judge. And hopefully jury and executioner of that pesky force of Franks nearby. Admiral Aedmund lacks the influence to become a tribal chief. How can we get him to gain influence? I don't know. But I want him to become a tribal chief. He was Admiral Stupid. He's now Admiral Hero. He's done such a good job for us. He's done such a good job. He's 55, coming into the twilight, coming into the sunset of his years. He deserves one last honour bestowed upon him. Right, Aeldwine, you're already in office. And Aid Gifu, you have been given responsibility of an army. Is that you? Who's who here? No, Aeldwine. He hasn't. Right, he's elder. You're currently companion. We'll let you see out your office and then you can have a promotion. So that's the nobles taken care of. What about the family? Senrad. Fine. Cuthrad. General in Britannia Superior. Is he leading this army here? He is. He's leading the Wild Hunters. Keeping vigil. Keeping watch. In case something happens. Well, we need to ensure that he doesn't lose his resolve. So we shall give him companion status. Yoma, governor of Caledonia et Hibernia, shall become tribal chief. Ruling the frozen north is a very, very, very thankless task, and he's doing it well. Now here's a problem. The governor of Britannia Superior. Murmurings of disloyalty. We can't have that. I'm going to send my wife to do a bit of wheeling and dealing. You dare? You dare to go against my husband, the High King, the conqueror of the Franks? Just who the hell do you think you are, bastard child of Cedrid? Get your priorities sorted, else you might find yourself with no balls. And finally, the son, well, not quite, but the son of the High King is almost of age. I don't think they come of age until 17 on this. But Senra's time as faction heir might be coming to a close. Because when he becomes 17 years old and ready to take on responsibility, the High King might be giving the heirship to his son. That could cause some potential flare-ups. We'll have to wait and see. So join me next time to see what happens to the Franks, to see what happens in the politics of the Saxon people. See you soon.